including my personal chat with him that occurs before the fear clings, love frees. June 7, 2013. Hello, this is John with Jesus message for Friday, June 7, 2013. Today the format is rather different. I am including my personal chat with him that occurs before the message starts because it seems to me that it probably addresses issues that concern many of us. I hope you find it helpful. Me. Good morning, dear Jesus. Thank you very much for the message that I posted on our blog earlier this morning. I feel a bit edgy, tense, and sometimes I think it is because I feel that I should not be calling on you, disturbing you, because you must be incredibly busy attending to so many loving souls who have far greater need than I and who are far more worthy of calling on you than I. In fact, I guess I feel at some level that I have no right to address you, to call on you, even though you have told us that you are always available and want us to call on you. Silly feelings, ingrained habits, aspects that I need to release. And then I feel I am being arrogant to call. Oh well. So, dear Jesus, please talk to me, and thank you in advance. Jesus. Good morning, John. It is always good to hear from you. Many feel as you do. It's a sense of very deeply ingrained guilt about your collective choice to separate yourselves from our Father. It was a crazy thing to do, and at a deep level you think that your apparent rejection of Him and of His love for you is unforgivable. But you are just children, and children do silly things as they evolve into adults and start to learn some wisdom. God has complete understanding of this, and His one concern is that you return home like the prodigal son, but none of you ever departed from God. That feeling of separation is the illusion, and you are going to awaken from it very soon. Whenever you feel unworthy, that calling on me is an arrogant intrusion on my space. Just remind yourself that we are all love. Love accepts all unconditionally, always, and I always enjoy hearing from you, whether you are grumpy or happy. It makes no difference, just call and I'll be there for you. You will never get the answering machine. I love you dearly, and you have never and never could offend or insult me. Trust me and trust yourself, because we are one in our Father, whose love for us is beyond infinite. Stop trying to be better, to measure up. Just surrender into the arms of love. Me. Dear Jesus. Thank you. That is intensely reassuring and comforting. But I, and many, many others, still have a big problem with soon. Nevertheless, thank you for your kindness and your love. It is very comforting for me to remind myself of it. Please help me go deeper and quieter when I sit to meditate. I am so easily, far too easily distracted. Jesus. Of course, John, I am always there helping you. Where is your trust? It should be perfectly established by now. And now a new message for you, so relax and let our conversation flow. You are all making your way steadily and determinedly towards the moment of your awakening, and nothing can divert you from this, your heavenly destination. You are, of course, already at home, and soon awareness of this divine truth will dawn on you. Be cheerful, upbeat, and happy, because the eternal joy of experiencing God's infinite and unending love for you cannot be hidden from you by the illusion for very much longer. Your oneness with God, the source of all being, can no longer be denied, and when your denial, your refusal to accept that divine truth into your awareness, into your conscious mind ceases to be maintained, the cloak of darkness will be dispersed, scattered, and forever lost in the brilliant light of your new and eternal state of openness. It is as though you are all adrift in a vast ocean inside small, individual, water and tamper-proof bubbles, filled with rather stagnant water, quite disconnected from the life-giving and life-enhancing waters of the ocean surrounding and embracing you. You need to be immersed in that ocean for your eternal well-being, for it is the infinite field of God's love, constantly refreshing and revitalizing all within it, but you have chosen to separate yourselves from it and be cut off from that source on which you are utterly dependent. The insanity of that choice has now been recognized, and collectively you have reversed it. You are now in the process of releasing yourselves from those tiny containers to allow yourselves to float free, without limit or restriction, within that wonderful life-restoring environment where all your needs are constantly provided for, copiously. Everything you could ever dream of needing is provided in abundance by God, because He would not wish for you to be lacking in any way at all. In fact, the concept of lack is an unreal idea which you need to release along with all the other unloving aspects to which you cling quite ferociously, and which tie you to the illusion. To cling to, or hold on to, anyone or anything is to be in opposition to love, and that always has a cost, demanding payment or defrayal. To cling to anything is unloving. Love is utterly free. It flows freely, caressing everything in its path, demanding nothing and offering everything. Fear clings. Love frees. The illusion is unreal, and yet it seems to you to provide an environment in which you can find security and safety through defensive plans and actions, and because you identify yourselves so intensely, so adamantly with your rather vulnerable bodies, temporary vehicles which you have made the choice to inhabit, temporarily, it makes perfect sense. And that need to protect yourselves that is your bodies instills fear, which your egos encourage, and that leads you to hold on or cling to ideas or things that you believe can protect you from harm, suffering, and even death. Fear is a disease. It is unreal, like the illusion. But while you embrace it, it suffocates, it closes off and blocks the channel through which the life force, love, flows into and through you. And of course fear presents itself in your bodies as a variety of illnesses, physical, psychological, and emotional, and manifests in the world around you as conflict and war. Illness drains your bodies of life energy just as war robs your societies of vital resources. Your sciences have produced multiple remedies and weapons to fight the progeny of fear, the wars on cancer, AIDS, drugs, terrorism, poverty, which are provided most enthusiastically by the pharmaceutical and defense industries. Fear supports and maintains the illusion. Love dissolves it. The age of love has now dawned, and it is in the process of dissolving the illusion. Your help in this process is absolutely essential. You, every single one of you, are love, because it is from love that God created you. And by attempting to separate yourselves from reality, by withdrawing into the illusion, you have denied your very essence. Your task now is to recognize and honor this essence. So how are you to do that? By always offering only love, regardless of the nature of any situation in which you find yourselves. The love which ever larger numbers of you are offering unconditionally and indiscriminately 24/7 is dissolving the illusion. Its dissolution is inevitable because, collectively, humanity has chosen to dissolve it. Your Father wants you awake and eternally joyous in heaven with Him. That is His will, and because you are all one with Him, it is also your will. That will not be denied. Your loving brother, Jesus. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman2.wordpress.com